moving from past to future, left to right here. And this is a simplification. We admit that. And we apologize for that. In the past, organizations and nations have competed for resources and in for-profit ways that we would suggest are have been tribal, parasitic on the ecological system, and even in regard to the social systems that they've operated within, or predatorially, and without a vision or accurate understanding of the meaning or implications of their effect on the planet or on each other. Not a true understanding of their effect on each other or on the planet or on other nations. Then we would suggest that an evolution of organizational understanding and consciousness would be simple symbiosis, saying, well, I'm going to make this, you'll make that, and we'll both benefit. And that process also does not take into account the impact on the environment or the impact on the community, as long as we make the profit, so to speak. So organizations that operate in this way have the capacity to understand, at least in a very simple way, that if they don't do something to develop solutions, the world could, in effect, collapse economically, politically, socially, and or ecologically. So then the next evolution of consciousness, so this is a spectrum, of course, we hope that's an obvious statement. The next evolution of consciousness would be organizations arrive at the understandings that they must change and transform orchestratively, in union, in concert with each other, and align their efforts and expertise and resources in common cause for all to survive, and also for the benefit of the ecosystem, and in recognized dependence upon the ecosystem rather than competition, destructive competition towards the ecosystem. And then we would suggest that there are further steps of evolution of consciousness for organizations, that they can understand that they must transform the way they used to operate into a fully sustainable mode of function, not just not polluting, operating in a way that fully harmonizes them with nature, and that ceases to compete and shifts to collaboration, that shifts out of focus on profit as the end goal and the highest priority, and to other values and priorities as recognizably necessary and unavoidably being required to be implemented now in the very near term. And that they intentionally collaborate in a sustained and committed way for the common good. And then we would suggest there's an evolution beyond that, when we're not suggesting that these steps are the only evolutionary steps or the highest steps, that the organization changes its values, goals, and priorities and understandings, and becomes conscious enough to understand that synthesizing or integrating the different areas of expertise and knowledge and understanding that they have in a very highly collaborative way and highly transformational way, necessary to effect transformation and evolution of the whole global process, is an even higher understanding that can be kind of embodied within the organizational population. And that is necessary not to achieve someday, that this higher process or vantage point of operation is necessary to be effected today. So it means an evolution of organizational goals and priorities and values and paradigms and models, shifting out of traditional investment strategies and application of resources and energy, and it means an evolution of associated qualities of consciousness that are broadly implemented in organizational cultures and evolved and refined and maintained and curated constantly